Welcome to Angles of a Triangle. So today we're going to talk about different measures that we know in any type of triangle. First one that most people remember is called the angle sum theorem that tells us the angles inside of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So we have three angles in any triangle, you add them all up, they always equal 180 degrees. There's also a lesser known one called the exterior angle theorem. Remember, exterior angles means that's the outside. So we're looking at an outside angle here of a triangle equal the two angles added together that are straight across from it. So if here we're looking at angle 1, we know that it equals angle 2 plus angle 3. Those are called the remote interior angles. So they're inside the triangle but on the opposite side of this exterior angle. So what we're going to start with is using those two theorems to figure out measures in these two triangles. So this is what several of your problems are going to be. What you need to notice is all of these angles here are inside of a triangle. So we're going to be using our angle sum theorem where we know all three angles add up to be 180 degrees. So I know I want to find the measure of A, B, and X. So right now this triangle only has one angle measure, so I'm not able to start with this triangle. You need to find a triangle that has two angle measures in it. So this bottom triangle has two angle measures, so I'm going to have to start by finding angle B. Since I know all three of these angles must add up to be 180 degrees, I have to take the 35 plus 23, which will then give me 58. And then I need to subtract that from 180, which will give me 122 degrees. So that means angle B here is 122. So next thing we need to use when we have a couple of triangles that are attached to each other, one easy thing is looking at vertical angles. Remember the angles straight across from each other, so in this case A and B are the same angle measure. So that means since B is 122, that means A is 122. Then from there I now have two angle measures in this top triangle, so I can now find X. So I need to take my two angle measures, which are 27 and 122. So 27 plus 122, give me 149, and subtract that from 180. And that will give me 31 degrees. So that means my angle for X is 31 degrees. My next example here, I want to find the measure of angle 1, which we are referring to this angle on the outside here. We need to look back at our theorems. We had an interior angle, so the inside angles added up to be 180. And then we have exterior angle. So since I noticed that this angle on the outside, or since this angle here is on the outside, I have to use that exterior angle theorem, where I had angle 1, which is your outside angle, equals angle 2 plus angle 3. So if you look back at that diagram, we can fill in these measurements. Angle 1 was our outside angle, so in this case is 3x plus 6. Angle 2 and 3 were the inside angles, but on the other side of the triangle. So since this one's on top and these two are on bottom, this would be the other side of the triangle. So I would just do 80 plus x. So there's my equation. Now all I have to do is solve. So I subtract the x. So I get 2x plus 6 equals 80. Subtract the 6. So 2x equals 74. Then divide by 2. So that gives me that x equals 37. Now since I wanted the measure of this angle up here, since I told you that was angle 1, remember I need to plug the 37 up here. So it'll be 3 times 37 plus 6. So I'll get my calculator. 3 times 37, and then is 111 plus 6 would give me 117. So the measure of this angle on the outside was 117.